Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Today I announce my retirement from local government. After 41 years and 3 months. Naturally, it's a sad time for me, but it's also a time when I'm extremely proud of what I've achieved. And it's wonderful to be here with my family and my particularly close friends who are with me here, the Mayor of Lockyer and John McVeigh. I am very proud of what we've achieved in this period of time. And I want to recognise some of my very special people who are here. I think the former Deputy Mayor of Mulmerran is here. Marie Dodd, she was going to be here, and that was a long time ago, but she was a wonderful lady who stood beside me in those difficult times when we built a power station and we did all those sort of things. I also am so pleased to be beside my good friend Tanya, the Mayor of Lockyer, who will say a few words in a moment. I'm terribly proud of what we've achieved, and we've achieved that because of teamwork and because of people working together. I'm proud of the fact that I've been involved in the Olympic Games, bringing them our way as Deputy Chair of the Council of Mayors in South East Queensland, and I feel very honoured, a farm boy from Mulmerran, to be the Deputy Chair of an organisation that in fact covers 3 million people and the work that they've done. I'm also very proud of the fact that we formed another group of mayors from here west that has been incredibly successful. But I guess all of this isn't possible without people around you to help you, and I just want to particularly thank the CEO of the Toowoomba Regional Council, Brian Pidgeon, for the work that he's done and the wonderful cooperative way that we have worked together, because you'll get far more done when you work together than when you actually oppose each other. And I think Brian and I have got a wonderful working relationship, a very professional working relationship. In saying that, the General Manager of this organisation and all the staff have done so much over such a period of time. Don't forget that we do have 1,700 employees here. It's a long way from the old days at Mulmerran when we had 70. But the principles are still the same. And for those staff that do the work for us, that look after this community, I'm extremely thankful. For my staff that are in my office who've put up with me for all these years, I'm very thankful. Mel's here, Kate's here, and also Michael Duff is here, who's a new player in my office in recent times and has done a wonderful job. But Andrea Frost, Robin, who used to be in the front office where Kate is, and Dr. Paul Curry have all been wonderful to me and helped me. I think there's been some great things happen in this period of time, and that includes the establishment of TSBE, and it's good to have the President and the CEO of TSBE here. They are driving this economy and doing a wonderful job. So our media team that's always looked after me in such a wonderful way and have given me advice, and I didn't take it all this morning, but anyhow, I am very emotional about this. The community who've supported me, having two 80% elections, I think is unique, and it's something I'm proud of. I spoke of Brian Pidgeon before, but I would also have to speak of the former CEO of my hometown of Mulmerran, Roy Flynn, who in a similar way to Brian has done such a wonderful job beside me, working together. But there is one person I want to mention, and he's sadly passed, and he was my chief political advisor. He was also my barber, and he was also the joker in the family. And Gregory Vincent Gabbett was a good man. He certainly gave me a lot of good advice, and sadly we lost him a little over 12 months ago. But you wouldn't believe the sort of advice he was giving me constantly. And I asked him how he got how he worked out that advice, how he worked out the exact percentages of the elections that I was in, and he told me it was simply because of a barber's pole. But Greg was a true friend, and you know, there's been some tough times in the last 41 years, and that's when you find your friends. And that's the very reason I've got these two people standing beside me now. I might just hand over to Tanya to say a few words, and then I think John might like to say a few words.
Yep, thank you. Well, where do you start? 41 years in any career is a mammoth effort, let alone 41 years in local government. It is a sad day for everyone in the community. It is a sad day for local government, but gee, we've been exceptionally blessed as a community, to the Toowoomba community, and particularly myself in the Lockyer Valley. Paul has been an amazing mentor, an exceptional friend. Most of you would be aware that, you know, in the Lockyer Valley we certainly have our fair share of natural disasters, and I can tell you hand on heart that it is Paul Antonio who rings me every day during those events to check in to see how I am. In fact, even one day I said to him, I could do with a hug. So he and Joe drove down the hill and gave me a hug. He's been incredible with his leadership with ComSec, and really for me, new mayor 2016, I have certainly looked to Paul for assistance and at times guidance, and he's always been a really safe sounding board. He has done exceptional things for not only the Toowoomba community, but also certainly contributed greatly to southeast Queensland, and I certainly wish he the very, very best in his future.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honour to be here on what is such a significant day for His Worship the Mayor Paul Antonio, a significant day therefore for our entire region, as Mayor Tanya Milligan has just explained from the neighbouring region of the Lockyer Valley Regional Council. It's a great honour to be here amongst Paul's friends, particularly with members of his family who are so very proud of him, we know. And it's a great honour to speak as I am on behalf of the entire region. I think all of us have some appreciation, some recognition, some acknowledgement that 41 years service, over 41 years service in local government in our region is just a magnificent achievement, a magnificent investment of time on behalf of our mayor over that period, where he has invested so much of himself, so much of his own heart. 41 years is basically all of my adult life that I've known this man having those leadership positions in our region. Originally, of course, in his home region of the then Millmerran Shire, which the mayor always reminds me is apparently fairly close to the centre of the universe, a place called Captain's Mountain. Is that right, Mr. Mayor?
Got that one right. That's good, thanks.
And of course, in more recent times here, leading Toowoomba Regional Council, originally as Deputy Mayor and of course for some time now as Mayor. And I have seen Paul Antonio lead this community in good times and in bad. The tough times can be tough, as Mayor Milligan has just said. Natural disasters, and Toowoomba has had its share of that. Floods, of course, droughts, pandemics, when our community was so uncertain about the future. The Mayor stood every day in front of many of you in the media, talking to the community, supporting the community through those uncertain times. All of us have seen the Mayor promote our region here locally, statewide, nationally, and of course internationally as well. As has been mentioned, his role as Deputy Chair of ComSec, the Committee of Mayors South East Queensland, and the achievements there with the Olympics, etc. His role as Chair of the Darling Downs Southwest Mayors Forum, so Toowoomba overlapping between the east and the west, if you like, as it does. This man, Mayor Paul Antonio, has led the charge in that regard. I've seen him walk the streets of Toowoomba with Prime Ministers, always promoting our region, always asking for the best for our region. And I guess most importantly, in my own humble opinion, I have seen him assisting people, assisting individuals, assisting families in ways that many of us will never know, and nor should we, because it's been confidential. He's reached out to people and supported them individually in the worst times that they've experienced, often, ladies and gentlemen, reaching into his own pocket to do so. Such is the calibre of this man. 41 years plus, time and time again, going to the people, asking for support, and he has achieved that throughout that entire period, over 4 decades. And in politics, it's a tough game, as the Mayor knows, and it's great that he's got friends and family that support him. In politics, you have great supporters, you have obviously significant opponents from time to time. And to his supporters and opponents over the years, I would suggest they would all recognise that history of going to the people time and time and time again. There is no better measure of success and the fact that you are in touch with your constituents than that success that the Mayor has achieved at the local government ballot boxes for over a 40-year period, more than 40 years. So, Mr Mayor, as you ride into the sunset in the coming weeks, as you head towards Captain's Mountain, please understand from our region and beyond, as Tanya Milligan has just shared, you retain our appreciation, you retain our respect, and you retain our love, sir. Well done.